Good. I'm here at the Interaction Research Studio at Goldsmiths, London. And what they do here is try and make new, innovative stuff. And some of that stuff's easy to make. I've got here a couple of laser-cut plastic parts. The way these got made is that the people here at the studio sent off an email with a description of what they wanted, and the next day in the post a parcel was delivered that had these parts in. That's easy, and that's very like the way the internet works. They sent out a request, they got something back. They don't really worry much about how it was made and where it was made. That's simple and it's permissive, and it's easy then to innovate, to make lots of different things. This is really hard to make at the moment. This is a really difficult thing to do, to make these kinds of peculiar shaped cases. And what we want to do is to research ways of making things like this, making stuff like this, easier to make, simple and permissive, by opening up the supply chain in various ways. And if we can do that, what we can have is we can have an innovation boom. We can make it easier to make all sorts of different things in all sorts of different shapes, all sorts of different components, all sorts of electronics. And we think if we can concentrate on opening up that supply chain, the possibilities are endless. I'm getting a bit tired. I'm here at the Interaction Research Studio at Goldsmiths, London. And what they do here is to try and make lots of innovative, different, new stuff. And some of that stuff is now easy to make. I've got here two laser cut parts made out of plastic. And the way these were made was that the people here at the studio sent off a description to a supplier in an email. And then the next day or a couple of days later a parcel arrived with the parts in. Now that's very simple process, and it's very similar to the way that the internet works. You send out a request, you get something back. It's an end-to-end principle. You don't have to worry too much about what's in the middle. Some things are easy to make like this now, but other things, like this case, are very difficult to make. The only way to make this is to find a dedicated supplier, probably somewhere locally, and go and talk to them, persuade them to make this thing for you. Now that's very difficult. What we're trying to do in this project is making this kind of thing easy and simple, like these kinds of things are. And we think the way to do that is to open up various aspects of the supply chain. And if you can do that, if you can make it so that making things like this is as easy as making things like this, then you kind of open up innovation. You free innovation for making all sorts of different shapes of things, all sorts of different kinds of electronic components. And if you do that, if you manage to open up the supply chain for real things, for stuff, then the possibilities are endless.